So when it gets beyond my knowledge, I call Casey.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, Casey comes in and
lays hands on the computer and heals it.
You know, he's pretty good at that. Of course, we're getting to the point now, Linda, that a lot of these computers just need to go to your recycling event.
Well, my one in the office has an attitude.
Yeah.
Of course, it too is several years old. But, you know, when you're from the era when you think when you buy something, it's supposed to last,
Yep.
not become a dinosaur the minute you turn it on the first time.
Right.
It's real hard to think that, oh my God, you know, now what am I going to do?
Oh, I know, and the pricing is so different. We needed a laptop. We have had a couple of laptops of ours have expired. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, we get everything out of a laptop that we're going to get out of a laptop. We're using laptops that are several years old.
Milk it until it's no longer.
Exactly. And in all honesty, what we use them for is very single purpose. Mm-hmm. So we're not writing novels on them. We're not running sophisticated software. We've got 2 software programs that we run on our laptops when we're doing a remote or a sports broadcast. And we had a couple die, and I needed another laptop. Well, the software program that we have been running has higher specs than the base model laptop. But we're doing some upgrades on one of our stations that doesn't require that heavy duty of a laptop. Mm-hmm. So I found one here in town at a big box store for $200, a laptop.
Wow.
And it seems to be doing exactly what we need it to do. And I was amazed because it's got Windows on it. It's not a Chromebook. It's a Windows laptop. Yeah. So it's got a version of Windows on it. It has a touch screen. And it has the screen that folds all the way back. So you flip it over and it's like a tablet for $200.
Wow.
And the last refurbished laptop that I bought was like $200. I just bought a brand new one.
Well, I need, Office so I can have Word and Excel. And,
well, this one I think comes with it, has like a limited subscription of Office 365. Mm-hmm. So I've been pleasantly surprised. Now we're using it this week in Roswell at the Livestock Expo that we're streaming. Mm-hmm. Once that's done, I'll get it back, and we're going to configure it with this new software we have on our country station, and we'll see if it works. And if it does, I'm thinking, well, I'll just start upgrading all of our old laptops.
Maybe you should go buy another one just for grins.
We'll do that once I make sure that it works and does what we need it to do.
And they will be out of stock.
Of course they will. No, they actually had quite a few out there when I bought this one in black and blue.
Well, all right.
And since it's Artesia, I got black.
Of course.
Now this computer here is blue, but we didn't have a choice on the color on this one when we got this one put together. But this is a heavier duty laptop. This is designed to even do video, run our video streaming software and all that kind of stuff.
I have a laptop at home, and of course it is a dinosaur now because, anything over, 4 or 5 years old?
6 months.
Okay, well. And that sucker is really, really heavy. And I'm thinking, why in the world would anybody want to lug one of these things on a plane and take it with them? That sucker is heavy.
Yeah.
And now they have them, where they're so thin, they're almost as thin as an iPad.
They are. They are. Yeah, this little thing I bought is a little thicker than an iPad, and it's about the same size. No, when Steve Jobs introduced the MacBook Air, that was the big deal because, like you say, the laptops were big and heavy, and then
Well, this one isn't so big per se, but
it's heavy. But he took an 8x10 Manila envelope, opened it up, and took the laptop out.
Oh wow!
And that's when he introduced the MacBook Air, and that kind of started the whole revolution of small, thin, light.
That probably made everybody go,
we better do that.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. Hey, real quick, before we get to the news, let's talk about the Yard of the Week. And I have the pictures up on our Facebook page, and so we'll start showing some pictures. Who is our Yard of the Week winner this week?
Jeremiah and Elise Mullen.
Okay.
Yes, 2404 West Man. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I always like it when, well, obviously I've liked all of them, but some of them with these partial grass and partial desert landscape, with the rocks running through like dry riverbeds or whatever. And they plant obviously desert, like the autumn sage and the Texas sage and the lavender and whatever. All of those are fabulous for attracting the hummers and the butterflies. And I mean, walking up there, I almost got ran over by a hummingbird. And it's great.
Yeah.
That's what you want. That's the kind of landscape that you really want to plant in this area, is something that attracts all of that. I have seen more butterflies this year than I have seen in years. And of course, a lot of it could have to do with the rains that we actually had. The migration of them. And if you read about monarchs, how far they migrate is phenomenal.
Yep.
And they're becoming endangered because there isn't that many of them.
Right.
And the thing that I like to see, and they had some in their yard too, are these little hummingbird moths. And I didn't know their proper name until, a month or two ago, when I don't even know how I happened to find them and look them up, and somebody said, that's what they are. And so I started reading, and I thought, and I've taken some really cool little videos of them because I have that autumn sage in my yard, and of course, they feed more toward evening.
Okay.
And, oh my goodness, I've got tons of them, and they're so busy. But they come from those terrible green horned worms that you find on tomato plants. And, if you see one of those, you pluck that thing off and smash it to smithereens. Well, and this is what comes out of it, is one of these cool little hummingbird moths. And they're very busy, and they seem to get along with the regular hummingbirds, and, and they don't have a long lifespan. So
But
it's just kind of cool to watch them.
They're kind of cool.
Yes.
I've been kind of cycling through some of the different pictures. What were some of the other unique things about how they did their yard that you really liked?
I don't know that there was anything super.
Are those rose bushes?
Those are the sage.
Those are the sage.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's by the.
Now I'm going to have to, pull up pictures, and I should have brought a pair of glasses.
Yeah, I don't. You probably can't see it on that screen.
Well, I can see, but I can't see. If you know what I mean, I can't get the close-up of the plant.
Yeah.
Of course, it was terraced, so you have steps up. I've got that wonderful ocotillo. The sage was just going nuts. And crepe myrtles there. Yes, I think that big one is a crepe myrtle.
Okay.
Yeah, because sage doesn't grow in clumps like that. Yeah, got to be a crepe myrtle.
Okay.
But anything that attracts, and they seem to have discriminating taste. They don't go for as much as for white crepe myrtles as they do red or hot pink or whatever,
They like the
hummers.
The color
yes.
the hummers do.
Yes.
Hold that thought there, Linda. We're going to take a break for news, and we'll come back, talk more about the art of the week and other trash.